tous. Je suis très heureuse de vous accueillir cet après-midi à notre deuxième cours de cuisine virtuelle célébrant la Fête nationale du Québec. My name is Anne-Catherine Briand-Fortin. I'm the Director of Public Affairs and Government Relations at the Quebec Government Office in Los Angeles. It's a real pleasure to be with you this afternoon to celebrate Quebec's National Day with the second edition of our Quebec US Cooking Show. Before we begin, I have a couple of housekeeping details. So you will notice that the chat has been disabled, but please use the Q&A box to ask questions to the chef or any of the panelists. I will relay the questions in real time to keep the event interactive. And feel free to ask your questions in English or en français. Sans plus attendre, it's my privilege to introduce you to our host for today's event, Quebec's delegate to the Western United States, Mr. Philippe Huneault. Mr. Huneault is a seasoned manager, entrepreneur, and administrator. He has nearly 30 years of experience in corporate finance for the public and private sectors, as well as in business development and innovation. He has been representing the government of Quebec in the Western United States as the delegate to Los Angeles and Silicon Valley since July 1st, 2019. Monsieur Huneault, c'est à vous.
Commence. Merci Anne-Catherine. Je suis Philippe Huneault, le délégué du Québec dans l'Ouest américain. Je dirige les deux représentations de la Californie, soit le bureau de Los Angeles et de Silicon Valley à San Francisco. De toute évidence, vous avez vu que je ne suis pas dans ma cuisine pour cette activité, mais je souhaite tout de même la bienvenue dans l'Ouest américain, et à Los Angeles plus précisément où sont les bureaux de la délégation. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Philippe Huneault, the Quebec Delegate to the Western United States. Welcome to Los Angeles, where I find myself. I would like to thank the organizer of the activity, especially Laurence Gagnon from our Boston office, Chef Dominic Sylvain, and all of you for attending. Today, Chef Sylvain will teach us how to create a grilled romaine salad with a Quebec smoke earring dressing. In a few seconds, I will have a conversation as well with our agro-food expert at the Quebec Government Office in Los Angeles about the food from Quebec that we can find here on the Western US. But before this, as we get ready to celebrate Quebec National Day next week on June 23rd, I want to take this opportunity to wish all Quebecers wherever in the world, as well as all my friends from Quebec, a very Saint-Jean-Baptiste, very Saint-Jean, good Saint-Jean. In Quebec this year, the theme is our national day is tissé serré, which means tightly knit. And this expression will really reflect the close relationship that Quebec has with our neighbors in the South. Just a few weeks ago, Minister Nadine Giraud unveils the Quebec United States strategy, which place an even greater importance on increased trade and collaboration with the U.S., especially here in the Western states in the United States. This means that we will keep supporting Quebec companies looking to do business here, especially in the field of clean tech, electric mobility, creative industry, aerospace. We'll also keep looking for sources for foreign and direct investment to create more jobs and wealth in Quebec. I look forward to working with you and strengthen the bonds between Quebec and Western US. To help me with this, I have the great team in our two offices in California, which the one that I described before in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley. One of these people is Aurélie Brown, that is living in California for many years, a trade officer here at the office in Los Angeles, who is responsible for sectors of fashion, consumer goods, and agro-food. Bonjour Aurélie.
Bonjour Philippe et bonjour à tous. Écoutez, c'est un plaisir d'être avec vous. Hello everyone and thank you for being here et bonne fête nationale.
To start with, Aurélie, peux-tu expliquer un petit peu, can you describe the role of how you relate to the food industry. Alors, comment tu travailles avec l'industrie agroalimentaire?
Sure, absolutely. Oui, alors, so my job, I have a mandate to promote Quebec's savoir-faire in the industry and to facilitate companies' presence in the 13 states. We cover the 13 states west of the USA, so as far as Montana and all the way down to New Mexico. So what does that mean on a regular basis? Well, I knock on many doors and I reach out to retailers, trade show organizers, distributors with one goal in mind, which is foster partnerships with US partners and increase the presence of Quebec products across the retail industry.
And what kind of Quebec products can we find in the store in the United States? Est-ce qu'il y a des produits plus importants que d'autres? Quel est le type de produit qu'on retrouve dans les épiceries ici aux États-Unis, dans l'Ouest américain?
Oui, tout à fait, Philippe. Actually, yes, the kind of products that you will find are mostly shelf-stable products like baked goods. You will find also some chocolates, some nuts. I've seen some meats also and cheese from time to time. Some products that are very well known, maple products, for example, that are well known in the US. In relation to today's recipe, I'm thinking of two companies, two products that you can easily find in the West that's well distributed. You have, for example, boulard. You need some bread with a salad. So boulard is well distributed in the West, as well as you might have heard of Unibrew, which is another company that you can find in specialty stores, but that's well known in the West. But just to sum it up, there are more products than that. I just named two, but there are a lot of products that are here. And overall, Quebec is well known for its quality of products and clean products in general. And also, Quebec has some innovative products and respond really well to some of the consumer trends that we've seen in different diets, such as organic, natural, vegan, and so on and so on. I also want to say another thing, Philippe. Another area where Quebec is really strong is the private labeling. So many retailers sell Quebec products under their own private labels, and Quebec is able to provide for those retailers. I can't really tell you where because being private means confidential. So, but I know that Quebec is very strong in that area as well.
And finally, where can we find these products from Québec here? À quel endroit on peut trouver nos produits?
Alors, écoute, Philippe, c'est dans beaucoup d'endroits, en fait, like the grocery stores like Ralph's, you know, you probably know all the names that I'm going to say. Ralph's, Costco, Whole Foods also. Like I mentioned, the chocolate, you will find chocolate is seasonal, but you will find it at CVS, TJ Maxx, Bed Bath & Beyond. Basically, you will find it across the retail industry. And of course, you always have online, which is Amazon has some of those products. For the private labels, some retailers are really well known for that. Trader Joe's is one of them. Whole Foods is one of them. Sprouts. I also have seen some Quebec products at gourmet stores. So that's really across the board when it comes to the retail industry. And so this is like the industry in Quebec in relation to the industry in a nutshell. There is a lot to say, of course, but what I want to say mainly is that I want to see more products from Quebec in the future. And if you have any questions or need to reach out to me, I will put my email address below as well as my LinkedIn. So feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Aurélie. Very eloquent as usual. Now I would like to welcome Chef Dominic Sylvain, who will be showing us how to prepare, and I insist on the grilled romaine salad with Quebec smoked earring dressing, as I mentioned before. But before we begin, Chef, I would like to hear a little bit about you and your career. And please also tell us how you choose, the reason why you choose, because it was not clear to me at the beginning when Anne-Catherine and Aurélie presented me the Roman salad. I said, so it should be in Rome. So why you decided to choose this recipes in today's demonstration?
Bon, ben, bonjour, Monsieur Huneault. Merci, je suis bien content d'être ici. Là, on a fini la business, c'est temps de commencer le party de cuisine.
Puis moi, ils m'ont dit qu'il fallait que je déconnecte ma caméra, mais je reste avec toi.
OK, pas de problème. Juste moi, durant le cours, je vais avoir 2 caméras. Je vais juste. J'ai une caméra que je peux prendre, puis pour les gens vont être capables de voir un peu plus près, mettons la vinaigrette, pour qu'ils comprennent un peu la consistance, puis tout. And don't worry, I will speak English eventually. I speak good English. Just give me 1 minute. There we go. Okay. But I was born and raised in Montreal. I was basically born in Plateau Mont-Royal, middle of Montreal. And I went to ETHQ, who's a really good cooking school in Montreal. But before that, I didn't speak English until I was 21 years old. So when I was 19, moved to the West Coast of Canada. And then the only job I could get, because I didn't speak English, was a dishwasher. And then I ended up working in a really good restaurant. The chef really liked me, ended up working in the kitchen, developing a new passion. And then that's when I came back to Quebec, to Montreal, went to cooking school. And then from there, it took me to Europe and the US and West Coast of Canada too. So you want to know why I'm doing a salad. So basically, it's a grilled romaine, but it's basically a Caesar salad. And I would just say, I didn't want a complicated recipe for this. It's summertime coming. I guess for you in LA, it's summertime all the time. But for us, we do have season. So it's basically a Caesar salad. But I just switched the anchovies by the smoked cured herring from Quebec. Quebec is a big producer of herring. We supply, like, I can't come out with numbers, but we're a big producer. And there's, and dans le Bas-Saint-Laurent, they make that smoked cured herring. And I had the idea once to replace the anchovies with the herring, and it totally worked, because one thing, when you go to Quebec, I find often we love to put bacon bits on our Caesar salad, and it's not everywhere that they do that. And I find when you replace the anchovies by the herring, the smoked herring, so you get that smokiness flavor without having to put meat in it. And
but you're gonna please a lot of people, because there's a lot of people that don't like anchovies at all.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is herring, so a lot of people don't like anchovies, but everybody kind of likes Caesar dressing, and it's kind of the same thing. So don't be scared of the smoked herring. It would have a strong flavor when you open the package, but like anchovies, if you eat it straight like this, it could be a little challenging if not your type of flavor. But in the vinaigrette, with the vinegar, the parmesan, it really comes out really, really nice. So
we should have a notice. Please don't eat before serving.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start. So before we do anything, we're gonna make the dressing, the vinaigrette. So there's on the recipe I wrote, you could there's 2 ways you could use basically the food processor to do it. It's really easy, or you could do it with a hand mixer and something like this, or like could be metal, doesn't have to be plastic, but something quite high with a thing, so like you can blitz it. But today I'm gonna do it in the food processor. So first of all, you need 1 egg yolk. So if there's people that are worried about the egg yolk, raw egg yolk, you can just add 1 big tablespoon of mayo in there instead, and it will work, okay? So, just give me a minute though. So to start, so you have to take the I have here the smoke herring, okay? It pretty much looks just like anchovies, but just a little bigger. So I put it in the pot, in a pan, with just a little vinegar in it, just to cover it. And I'm gonna bring that to boil, but no, it just needs to, and then when I do this, I'm gonna smash the anchovies so it gets kind of dissolved in the vinegar. And like I said, I know a lot of people often are turned off by, you know, just the word herring, because usually herring, it's what fishermen use to actually catch other fish when you fish in the ocean. Like example, if you go ocean salmon fishing, that's what they will use. And that's it. So let me, so basically, this is what it should look like. It's just a little, but it doesn't have to be fully dissolved either, because it's gonna go in the Robocook, the food processor. So in the food processor, I have my egg yolk. I have grated parmesan. I put it in there. We're gonna put the rest of the the vinegar. We're gonna put a nice tablespoon of Dijon. Give me a minute. Dijon mustard. There you go. And then I'm gonna put some garlic. I'm putting two cloves here. I know some people like their Caesar dressing, more garlicky, less garlicky. Like I said, this is why I said, but if you want to put 4 or you want to put less, it's like, go ahead. It's up to you. And then from there, I'm just gonna chop it roughly, but finely. Just because you want to make sure when it's gonna be in the food processor, everything's gonna, it's gonna get. So
are you providing the mint?
Pardon me?
Are you providing the mint for the pour la laine après?
Oh, but no, I'm not. But actually, this I'm pretty conservative here with the garlic for my recipe. So let me see. So now, oh yeah, and then we got the. I'm gonna call it Lee Perrin sauce because I can never say that word. Worcestershire.
Good try. Good try.
And then I gotta put that. This kind of, it's a good way to give umami, basically, in some dishes. So as same thing with the smoked earring, it's tons of umami in there. And that's it. So first, we're just gonna blitz it a little bit. Okay, so now let me just reorganize here so I don't get too much of a mess. There you go. So now I have olive oil in this, and I'm gonna start this. So it's basically almost like making a mayo. Like that's how you would do that. So now this is spinning, the egg yolk, everything is in there, and you're gonna slowly, really slowly add the olive oil. And I can't stress more, if you try to drop that olive oil too quick, it's never gonna emulsify. It's gonna separate, so you're gonna have oil. It'll be like a vinaigrette. Like what we want right now, it's more like a dressing, like something emulsify. And if you notice, also, I didn't put any salt I'll add pepper at the end. But the smoky ring are quite salty. Parmesan, it's quite salty. So you definitely want to, like the seasoning, it's definitely at the end of your dish. Because there you go. So it won't be too long. This is why we're doing a small batch. Because you would have seen me. Because once again, you need to be patient when you do that part.
Mais la quantité de dressing que tu fais, the amount of dressing that you're preparing, is it only for once, Romans?
It'll be for like dinner for four.
Salad, or
like
you can, okay. As a main course, as a main course.
Me at work, usually I would make probably 4 times that amount.
And you're going to eat that all week long?
Pardon me?
And you're going to eat that all week long?
Won't be. Maybe I'll take some home for my wife, but for the course. Okay, so there we go. Let me show you. You take so that's what it looks like. See, it looks really like a really soft mayo, loose mayo, and it's exactly what we want. That on the side, give me 1 minute. This. And then this, it seems a little like maybe too loose if you're wondering. The thing, if you're gonna put that in the fridge, a couple hours, it's definitely gonna get a little stiffer because olive oil will help getting stiffer. There we go. So now we got our dressing, and it's gonna be time to grill that lettuce. And I know it seems for some people here in North America, cooking lettuce seems kind of weird, but they do it quite a bit in Europe, Asia. They have tons of things. So this, though, what we're gonna do, we don't want to fully cook the lettuce. We just want to char on it. So
but you can do that on the barbecue as well.
Yes, definitely. That's why I say grill on the recipe because technically I want people to do, but like here I'm in a small apartment, small kitchen. We don't have a grill, so but you can still pan fry it. But what I will suggest, if you do it on the grill, put a tray, like turn off your grill, put a tray on the grill, and then close it. Like for 10 minutes until the actually grill gets really, really hot. And then you will put your, you would put your lettuce on it, and then you like maybe 30 seconds. So basically you just want color on it, and then you take it off, and that's it. So, and here, just to make it, so I actually have real romaine, baby romaine that I clean. Everything is clean. I got it here. But just for the fun of it, I got it's called mini gem lettuce. It's even more like a mini romaine. And I think they're great for that recipe too. So I'll do that too. I'll do 3 because I'll make two plates so you guys can see different way you can plate it. So what I do though, you don't want to oil it too much, but I find just a little oil on the lettuce, and then be careful if you actually do it on the grill outside. Definitely don't put too much because you don't want flame either. Me, I'm oiling it right now just because in the pan, it's going to help getting this coloration. While we're waiting because when I was saying I want the grill, if you do it on the grill, it has to be really hot. It's the same thing with the pan. The pan has to be hot because once again, you don't want to fully cook. You don't want a soggy lettuce. I just want that like sear color. And what we're going to do different for the Caesar salad is sometimes I hate croutons. People always cut those big croutons. You can never chew on it. What I do, I like to take breadcrumbs. So you'll put olive oil in the pan and you toast your breadcrumbs. And this though, I will definitely a little salt. And I think you can be generous on the black pepper on that part. And then if you want, you could add, you can definitely add some spice in there if you want rosemary or like thyme. And so basically we're gonna toast those breadcrumbs until they're golden brown. It usually doesn't take too long. So this is not something you like put it on the stove and go do something else. This is like, you have to stay with it the whole time. See, it's already starting to color. So I'm wondering, do we have anybody from Quebec City and the people that are watching us today?
I'm from Montreal.
We're almost there.
Chef Dominic, are you based in? No, you're in the United States right now.
Yes, I am. I actually live in New York City. And I can't wait this year to actually celebrate Saint Jean-Baptiste the right way for once. Well, not for once, but because last year we kind of missed the boat on that one.
Obviously, we are all.
Okay, so let me show you what the breadcrumbs should look like. So this is the color that you kind of want. Same thing that if it would be a crouton, same color. It's just this, I find it so much more easy to eat. Okay, so I'm assuming right now my pan is really, really hot and I have my lettuce and I'm just gonna drop it one side. That sounds like New York City right now. And then while you grill it, press on it because you want that color. So see it's starting. So by pressing on it, it would help get that color quicker without cooking that lettuce too much. We're almost there. And there it goes. 1, 2. And then you can do the same thing with the big one. And press on it. Okay, while this is cooking, give me 1 minute. I'm about to do some plating.
Pouvez-vous nous montrer la couleur de la laitue, chef?
Yes. Give me 1. Okay, let me I don't know if you see. I could maybe a little more, I'll be honest. But right now I'm in the middle of cooking class, and the TV is not my, I want to make sure before I burn it, I prefer to go a little less. But you could definitely go a little more. And then let's see. Look, this one here, you just have a little.
Beautiful, looks great.
But you're doing it only on one side, or preferable?
Yeah, only one side, because I don't want to have I just really want that char flavor, and just a bit, but I still want the crunch of the lettuce, because that's the whole fun. So see, this one I get definitely a better color on this one, and so is this one too.
And you said that you can also do it in the oven for the grilling, and if so, how long do you leave it under the grill?
Oh, you mean when I put the tray?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, when I put the tray on the grill, it's until you see, you know, that when you put something on top of the grill, and then the grill will become like so white because it's so hot. That's what you want.
Okay. Thank you.
So time, I don't know, because you know, grills are all different. I don't, and then even if it's the same brand, the same like number, they all burn differently, because not everybody takes care of their barbecue the same way. So I can't really give you time. It's really by the look at it. But you just have that feeling that grill is like smoking hot. Okay, so now we'll do some plating. And I'll do two, one in the plate and one in the bowl, because the gem lettuce will totally fit perfectly in the bowl. So first, though, what you do. Oh, and by the way, this is it's a salad. I know it sounds weird, but you have to serve with a knife, because people need to cut this. So you just and what I do, so you put one in the middle of the plate. Just like that. And then, so in the bowl, I will put that gem lettuce, just like that. And then this one, we'll just do this, like this. Now, in my recipe, I love to put eggs on Caesar salad. So I had pre-cooked some hard-boiled eggs. And I will show you a little thing that could sometimes makes it a little more, it's definitely a conversation starter, or people are like, oh, how did you do this? So you take the hard-boiled eggs, split in half, and then separate the yolk from the white. So we'll do that. And hey, if you don't want to do that, you could just wedge the eggs, put it on the with the salad, and it totally works too. But I'll just say this is just a fun little trick, and it's easy to do. So basically,
you cut the egg like we cut the avocado here in
yeah. It's exactly what I do. But what I'm gonna do now is I got the yolk. I'm gonna grate the yolk on the microplane.
That's a good idea.
And you just grate it. So I'll do two. And there we go. And then I'll do the same thing with the egg white. It is a little more time, but you know, if you want to show off a little bit, you got guests coming, you want something, you know, they can. Because often, every time I do that, people ask, "What is it?" They can't write like from the start. They just don't understand that it's actually.
Oh, but don't worry, fully understand. We like to show off in Hollywood.
Okay. I'll be. But this though, I definitely want, because I love eggs, but when eggs are not seasoned, I find them quite boring. So you definitely want to put some salt in there, especially the egg white. Okay, so now we pretty much have everything. So I got dressing at the bottom of the plate, and now we're gonna put just a little dressing on top, like this, and we'll do the same thing here. And this is when, now I have this, the breadcrumbs instead of the croutons. So this is what's gonna give, so you get the crunch of the lettuce, and that breadcrumbs, that season, will give tons of crunch. I don't know if I love to put breadcrumbs on top of a certain pasta too, because yeah, it's a great way to give a texture, crunch, and I just put it instead of croutons, and then you put it. And I worked somewhere that we actually were doing those breadcrumbs like at the order. So every time somebody order this kind of salad, we had to toast so it was like when people got their salad, like the breadcrumbs was still warm, the lettuce was still warm, but still crunchy. So it was like, and then all you have to do now, it's whatever you want. Then you can put your egg on one side, this one. And same thing with the egg yolk. Put it like this.
Chef, we have a question from the audience. Yeah. If we are to serve this beautiful dish as an appetizer, what would you suggest we create as a main course?
Oh, I would go like a nice pasta. Like if you want to like go full on, I make like a great like homemade pasta, make your own like cannelloni or a ravioli, or I would probably do that. Or you know what, this with a piece of salmon, like if on a bigger plate, just picture like this, the one on the plate with a piece of salmon, just this could be a dish on itself also. And okay, and now the last thing, let me clean this. This is where you don't want to be cheap. You want to sprinkle parmesan, fresh grated parmesan on it. And you want basically, so.
Could we take a Quebec cheese? Do you think that we could take another cheese or a Quebec cheese that can replace the parmesan?
Yes, you could. You know what? A nice aged Quebec cheddar would totally work with this.
I think it will be great. Yeah.
Because aged cheddar's got the little thing also, kind of like the parmesan, tons of, it's salty, tons of umami. It's great. I just try to use something else because yesterday I was doing another class and we did the cheddar yesterday. So I was trying to use something else today. And then you cover the whole salad, and you can, depending how you like it, but, and that will be it. Let me show you. So those will be and that's it. And then I'll show you, because this is when you definitely need a fork with a knife on this, because you need like this lettuce.
No, you have no right to taste it in front of us. It's not fair.
I just show you that you can. Well, if I don't taste it, then people can trust me. But excuse my finger on this one. So.
Ça a l'air absolument délicieux.
You know, with the, you really taste the the smokiness, but you don't taste the, I'm sure people what are worried about the fishiness, but you don't. It's like the anchovies in a Caesar. It's just, it comes together, it's delicious. And that's it for me. So I hope you guys, let me swallow. So, merci beaucoup.
Ben, Chef Dominic, on vous remercie infiniment. Et là, je vais me donner l'eau à la bouche. Je pense que c'est ce que je vais faire ce soir pour souper. Et je vous remercie d'avoir été avec nous aujourd'hui. Je souhaite une bonne fête nationale. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you all a happy Québec National Day. And thank you once again to everybody that organized that. And thank you to you, Chef Dominic.
Parfait. Ben, merci. Bonne Saint-Jean, tout le monde.
Bye.